Hi, Assalamualaikum, and very good day to everybody. Okay, especially this video have been made for my online class. Alright, last week we have discussed about ellipses. Okay, the red color, what is this equation, standard equation of the ellipse. And if we discuss about the ellipse, we have two cases of the ellipse. What is major parallel to the x-axis or major parallel to the y-axis. Next, we know that the center have been named as the HK, and the A value, where is the length from the center, okay, to the one of the vertex, and the point of the B, where is the length of the B, where is the distance parallel to the, where we call that parallel to the Y from the center to this case. Okay, so this is the B distance and this is the A distance. If the major parallel to the x-axis, if the major parallel to the y-axis, okay, this is the distance of the A and this is the distance of the B. Alright, let's discuss about the next question, where is I give you the homework. Number 18C. Center 5, 1. So from here, we have been given that the center equals 5, 1. Okay, next is a vertex is 5, 4. Okay, next, the vertex equals 5, 4. So from here, we have to look at by compare between the center point and the vertex point, we have to find out which one is changed. Okay, is it variable of the x or variable of the y? By refer to these 2 points, so we can simply say that the 5, okay, the ordinate of the 5 seems, okay, but the ordinate of the y change. So from here, we know that, from this case, we know that y is, okay, since the y change, that means this is what we call that, this must be a shape of, what do you think? Is it horizontally or vertically? If y change, so that means this is parallel to the y-axis. The major is parallel to the y-axis. So that means here, this is the ellipse vertically. Alright? Okay, let's go. Let's move on to the next, what we call that next information. Okay, next information there said that the endpoint of the minor is 3, 1. So the position of the minor, so the minor axis is what we call that, this is a minor axis, alright? Alright, now what we have here, we have 3 parts, where is we have been given that center. Alright, next is we have been given that 5, 4. So the 5, 4, this is a 5, 1. So 5, 4 must be up. So this equals to 5, 4. And one of the minor axis, so we cannot say that this is a point of 3, 1. So there must be another side. Okay, so minor have 2 vertices and the major also have 2 vertices. Okay, so we know that is equal to 3, 1. Okay, so this is one of the endpoint. Okay, by refer to this case, now you have that the center is H and K. So HK settled. Next is let's find out the distance of the A. Okay, let's move on to this diagram. Okay, so what we have here, from this vertical ellipse, what you can say that this is distance between 2 points. All right, so this is the distance between 2 points. What is the point here? Is a 5, 1. Okay, what is the distance of the 5, 1? Next is you have that is equal to 3, 1. So I think that you can simply say that the distance here, what is 5 minus 3? Okay, 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. So 5 minus 3 equals to 2. What is this? This is a distance of the A. Okay, now these 2 points are settled. Let's move on to the what is another point. Okay, what is, let's compare the center. Okay, this is our center, where is a 5, 1. And one of the other vertices, okay, one of the vertices we have here is equal to 5, 4. So 5 and 5 same. So we can find out the distance of here. We call that the distance is equals to B. Alright. So by doing this, okay, by compare that is equal to 5, 4 and 5, 1. So you can have that the distance where is parallel to the y-axis, where is a 4 minus 1. So this equals to 3. Okay, everybody, let's move on. Now you have the value of HK. You have the value of A. Okay, you have the value of the B. So let's sub to the equation. Therefore, x minus h is a 5 square divide a square. So a equals to 2. So 2 power 2 is equal to 4. Then plus to the y minus and k is equal to 1 square and divide where is the b is equal to 3. So 3 power of 2 is equal to 9. Then equals to 1. So this is the final answer for number 18C. Let's continue to number 18D. 4 side 3, 5, and 3, 9. Okay, by referring to this case, what you have that the value of x are same and the value of y are different. Since the value of y are different, so this is the ellipse. What do you think? Horizontally or vertically? Yes, this must be parallel to the y. So there must be a measure is parallel to the y. So there cannot be parallel to the x. Whereas there must be the ellipse vertically. Okay? So I hope that everybody can clear about this. So now we have that this is the ellipse vertically. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to this case. Now we know that this is a vertically. So as we know, the foci must be located, okay, located to the major axis, right? So you have that this is our center. Next, okay, continue. This is our vertex, bucu 1, bucu 2, and the position of the foci must be between center and two where is two vertices. So we can have that this is equals to foci 1 and this is equals to foci 2. Okay, so we have given that the foci equal to 3, 5. So 3, 5 is supposed to be a under then the 9. So this is 3, 5 and this equals to 3, 9. Alright, next from these two foci you can have the center. Okay, so the center must be equals to the midpoint between these two foci 1 and foci 2. We use the formula where is 3 plus 3 divide 2 and 9 plus 5 divide 2. The center, as we know that the center is HK, so you have that 3 and 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7. So you have that H equals to 3 and the K equals to 7. Okay, let's refer to the next parameters. All right, we have that the length of minor is 8 unit. All right, since we know that this is the major, so we must have the minor. Okay, where is the position of the minor? So this is the minor from the center to the another 10 end point. So this is a what we call that can be a bucu 3, bucu 4. But when the question is asked us find the vertices, so we just locate only the major axis. Alright, but actually we have these 4 vertices. Okay, so what we have here, the total up together, what is the minor axis is equals to 8 unit. So we know that the minor equals 8 unit. But we know that where is only one length is equals to A, and this is also equals to A because it's a parallel to the x-axis. So we have that this is the A value. Okay, so we have that this is A plus by A is equals to 2A. So you have that equals 8, then A equals 4. Okay, you have the parameter H, you have K, next you have A. Okay, let's discuss another parameter where is you have been given that the foci and center. So I would like to use the pink color. Okay, let's have the pink color. So the distance from the foci and center, we call that this is the distance of the C. Okay, so you have that the number is here 9, this equal to 7. So we have that C equals to 9 minus 7, therefore C equals to 2. Do the same way to another C here. So you have that this equals to 9 and this equals to 5. And so we're confident that 9 minus 5. Okay, so we have that this equals to, what do you think? Okay, oh sorry, it's not 9 minus 5. There must be the center, okay? So we have that the center is equal to 7. Okay, 7 minus 5. So you're going to have that 2. So these two distance must be same, all right? Then from this pink color, we have that C equals 2. All right. By referring to the shape of the vertices here, so where is ellipse here? This is what we call that horizontal one. Okay, so this is the horizontal, where is the value of B must be greater than A. So we have the formula to calculate the C, where is C square equals B square minus A square. So C square, so we have 2 power 2 equals to 4, equals B square is 2 no, and A square, so we have 4 power 2 is equal to 16. Therefore, we have B square equals to, so we have that 4 plus 16 equals to 20. Then B equals to square root 20. Alright, so let's go. Now you have these all parameters. So let's substitute to the ellipse equation. So we have x minus h, where is 3, power 2, divide A. So A equals to 4. So we have 4 power 2 equals to 16. And plus y minus k, 7 square, divide. Next is we have to put down the b square. So b square is divided by 20, then equals 1. Done. So this is the ellipse answer for number 18D. Alright, everybody, let's move on to the question number 19. What is the question? Write the equation of ellipse who has the parallel to x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis. Okay, so parallel to the x-axis, that means this is the ellipse where is horizontally, because this is the x-axis. Okay, this is the y-axis. Alright, so let's go. How we do this? Okay, what we have given here is parallel to the x-axis. So from this case, we know that where is A must be greater than B. Next is the major axis are its unit. So this is the major. Alright. So the total up together, this is the major. So this major is parallel to the x and the center must be at the centroid. So this equals to A and plus to the A. So the major equals to A. Then the major equals 8. So 8 equals to A. Therefore, you have that A equals to 4. Okay, let's move on to the next case. Okay, well, now where is we have given that this equals to 4 unit, okay, for minor respectively, masing-masing, okay. So that means this is the must be positive to the center, and we know that this must be minor. Okay, the minor is parallel to the y. So we have that. This is the y, so that means it's the b and the b. Okay, so the minor now equals to b. Alright, so the minor equals to 4 unit, 4 equals to b. Then we have that b equals to 2. Alright, let's move on to the next part. What we have here. And the center. Wow, you have given the center here. So center is hk. So h equals negative 4 and k equals to 3. Okay, let's sub to this equation. Alright. So you have x minus negative 4 and square divide. Where is a? So a equals to 4. So 4 power 2 equals to 16 and plus. Next is y minus k. So y minus 3 square. Then divide to the b. So b equals to 2. So 2 power 2 equals to 4 equals 1. And finally, you have that the answer is x plus 4 square divide 16 plus y minus 3 square divide 4 equals 1. Hashtag done. Let's move on to the question number 20. Given the equation 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 8x minus 16y plus f equals 0. Find all possible values of f such that the equation is the equation of the ellipse. Okay, this is what we call that the equation of ellipse in general equation. Traditionally, the equation of ellipse must be equation equals to 1. Okay, when this happens, so you have to do completing the square, where is we arrange all the x terms. So we have 2x squared plus 8x. These are for x. And do the same way to the y case. So this is a plus to the for y squared minus 16y. And we move where is the variable without x and y to the other side. So we have that minus f. Okay, next how to do the completed square. Where is the first term must be multiplied by 1. So now you have that multiplied by 2. So I put down that factorized 2 here. So we have that x squared plus, so we have 4x here. And do the same way to the green color one. Okay, so we have that is a 4, this is a 4. So you have to factorize for 4 first. Okay, so we have 4 and times to the y squared. And minus 2, 4 times 4 equals to 16. So we have 4y. Next equals 2. So for the right hand side, you just copy down. Okay, so we have negative f. Next, we have to add in the half coefficient for the blue and the green color. So so let's do this. So we have that 2. I hope that you still remember this. So we have 2. So you have that x squared and plus 4x. Next, I would like to use the red color pen. So then I have that is the plus and 4 over 2 square. But the red color one is that not exist. So you minus back as 4 over 2 square. And we close bracket here. And the blue color settle. So you have that this is equals to 2. And 1, 2, 3. So you have the perfect square number. So you have that 4 divided by 2 equals to 2 positive. So we have x plus 2 and square. And for another part here, we have to calculate separately. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 power 2 is a 4. 4 times by negative. So this is equal to minus 4 is plus. Okay, but the green color, use the same concept as the blue one. So you have that plus. Okay, y squared minus 4y. That's followed by the, where is plus negative 4, because this is the negative. Okay, so negative 4 divided by 2 minus 2. And next is you continue to the negative. By the same part, you have negative 4 divided by 2, then power 2. Next, we close bracket here, equals negative f. So what happens to the green color? So you have that 1, 2. This is the first return become your perfect square number. Okay, don't forget we have 4 outside. So we have the 4. Okay, so you have that is a y. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2 square minus negative 4 divided by 2 equals to negative 2. Negative 2 power 2 is equals to positive 4. Positive 4 times negative, so it is equals to negative 4 equals negative f. Okay, so now we settle the where is completing the square, the blue and the green color. And let's compress into two parts where is now you have that this equals to 2 times x plus 2 square. I just move 2 into the inside of the bracket. Okay, and do the same way to the green color. So we have that is a plus 4 to the bracket. So we have y minus by 2 square equals negative f. And don't forget, for the blue color one, you have another part. So you have 2 times negative 4. So you have negative 8. So you have to plus to the 8 here. Okay, 4 times 4 equals to negative 16. So you move the 16. So you have positive 16 here. Okay, finally you have 2x plus by 2 power 2 plus 4 times y minus 2 power 2 equals. So let's go how we do this. 8 plus by 16 equals to 24 minus f. Alright, as we know, what is the ellipse equation must be divided by, okay, there must be equals to 1. Okay, it cannot be a 24 minus f. So what we have to do, we have to divide all this equation by 24 minus f. Divide 24 minus f. Divide 24 minus f. Then we have that is equal to 2 divided by x plus 2 power 2 divide 24 minus f plus 4 times y minus 2 square divide 24 minus f. This is equals to 1. What is this? Is exactly as x minus h square divide a square plus y minus k square divide b square equals 1. All this thing now is equals 1. Okay, so the question is find the values, the possible values of the f. How we do this? All right, so as we know that this is the distance, there must be a square. There must be a square. So there must be always positive. All right, there must be always positive. Okay, so now you have to compress that. Where is this must be always positive. So 24 minus f must be always positive. But if you write it down here, you cannot find out the certain range or the values of the f. So we have that 24 minus f must be greater than 0. So we have negative f is greater than negative 24. Then we have that f negative and negative 24. So it is a flip, the greater to the less than. So you have negative, okay, less than negative 24 is divided by negative 1. So you have f must be less than 24. So these are all possible values of f. I hope everybody clear to the last chapter subtopic where is 4.1 circle and 4.2 ellipse. And let's move on to the last subtopic where is 4.3. We call that parabola. Don't call parabola. Okay, so for this subtopic is to have some of students got confused because you have been given two formulas. What is the first formula? You have been given that y minus by k square equals to 4p x minus h. Another formula we have been given that x minus by h square equals to 4p y minus by k. Okay, one is y square. Alright, y is a x square. Another one is a y square. So if that is a y square, that means horizontal symmetry exists. If x square, so this is the x square here, so we call that this a vertical symmetry exists. Okay, what is a symmetry exists? Okay, symmetry exists is the line, the symmetry exists line is the line which divide this parabola into two equivalent what we call that is equal to symmetry, right? The equivalent distance. Alright, some students still got confused. Okay, how to use the blue color or a orange color? Okay, it's a very simple. Okay, let me explain this formula, right? So let's move on to the explanation. Alright, so when we discuss about the parabola, so you have that the bola. Okay, I draw the bola into a 2 dimension. Next is I would like to cut into what is cut horizontally. When I cut it horizontally, so this will appear a 2 graph. What is concave up or concave down? Okay, let's go. How we do this? Right, so we have concave up or concave down. So this is the up and it's down. Terbuka ke atas, terbuka ke bawah. Okay, and this is a very what we call that traditional. If up and down, you have that ax squared plus bx plus by c equal to 0. What is the quadratic, like the quadratic equations? Okay, but now we would like to discuss about the parabola. Parabola kind of macam ni lah. This is the quadratic equation. Okay, so we have to do the adjustment to this equation. Okay, how we do this? Well, is you know that the x must be square, okay? So we use that the concept of macam ni, x minus h n square equals, so we have that the para, you cut off the bola into separuh, you have that 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters, so 4, and the first letter is a P, and next is Y minus K And tengok. Don't put down the power 2. If you put down the power 2, it's become the circle or ellipse, alright? So, but you have only up or down, you don't have both. So, you cannot put down the power 2. Okay, everybody? So, this is what we call that the equation of the parabola, what is for the case concave up or down. Okay, so let's go. Concave up and down. So, this is our formula. Okay, let's go. Next is, let me explain to you another variables. Okay, so what is a variable of h, what is a variable of p, and what is a variable of k? Okay, since this is not the ellipse have a center, circle have the center, but for the concave up and down, we don't have the center. So the blue color line, we call that the vertex. Kalau banyak vertex, we call vertices. For ellipse, we have called that vertices. But for the parabola, we call that vertex. So, the vertex here equals to hk. It's very simple. So, you just use this parameter h and k, then you have that the vertex. Okay, that's good. Next is, I would like to discuss about what is symmetry axis. Okay, this is the symmetry axis. Okay, they'll cut off the vertex and they must be cut off asymmetrically. So, when we discuss about symmetry for concave up and down is a parallel to, what do you think? This is symmetry axis, right? So, this symmetry is a parallel to the y-axis. If the symmetry is parallel to the y-axis, so formula is x minus h square equals 4py minus by k. Okay, tengok baik-baik. Ataupun you can refer to the position of the P. P sebelah siapa? P sebelah Y. Kalau Y, symmetry is Y-axis. Okay, it's simple. Okay, let's go. Next is, you have the one point lies to the green color. Another point. So, this is what we call that the focus. If you have more focus, we call foci. Okay, foci. So, kalau ada satu, we call that focus. So, focus must be what is a passes through, or they must be located to the symmetry axis. Alright, so let's go. Let's discuss about this case. So, what is the coordinate of focus? Kalau awak confused, tak apa. Tengok, siapa yang berubah tadi? P sebelah Y, Y sebelah K. So, H sebelah mana? H sebelah kiri. So, don't change the H. But for the P, you have to move. Okay, where is K? Need to pass by P. Okay, what is the P here? P means the distance from the vertex to the focus, we call that the P. From the vertex to the focus, we call that the P. So, P can have two values. If concave up, the P equals to positive value. Okay, if P is down, so we have that P is negative value. So, the focus can be H, K plus positive P, if up. Okay, if down, H, K plus negative P. So, do the adjustment to the P case only. Alright, so this is the case of focus. Okay, let's move on to the next is you have that another, what we call that the opposite length. So, the opposite length is called that, this is also P. This also we call that this equals to P. Okay, this is the opposite length. Okay, this is the opposite length. This is a P. Alright, so you have that, we call that the opposite or the opposite of the parallel to the Y, we call that the X, okay? So we have that directrix. Okay, directrix. Okay, how to calculate the directrix? So this you have the opposite. If the green color is parallel to the Y, so the orange color is parallel to the X. Okay, so it's a parallel to the Y, so the orange color is parallel to the X. So this distance P must be equals to the P lah. Okay, let's go. What is the directrix? Directrix maksudnya garisan. Okay, if we discuss about the garisan, the answer cannot be coordinate. The answer must be, the garisan must be the equation. So, equation of what? Refer back. P sebelah siapa? P sebelah Y. Y sebelah siapa? K. So, that means, what kind of the garisan? This is garisan of the Y. Kenapa P sebelah Y? X jangan tukar. X another side. So, Y equals to, if focus K plus P, for the Y is K minus P. What it means here? If P positive, so that means Y equals K minus positive P. If P negative, so Y equals to K minus negative P. So, settle. This equation, what is focused on concave up and down. Okay, let's go. What will happen to the formula? Okay, let me explain to you. Do the same way as the previous. Okay, so we have that the bola in two dimension. So I have that the bola. Okay, previously I have cut the bola into horizontally. Now I would like to cut this parabola, which is two-dimension bola, vertically. Okay, so you'll be what is construct two different shape. What is we have that concave open to the right. Where is the shape? Open to the right or open to the left. Alright. So when this happens, you cannot use the x square anymore. So where is this belongs to? Where is y minus k square equals parabola. So four letters start by P. So you have the x must be minus by h. Don't put down power 2. Okay? Don't put down the power 2. Power 2 both for ellipse. You have only one curve. So that means y square only or x square only. Okay, so this is our formula. Okay, so next part is what is the parameter here? What is the K, P, and H? Do the same way. This is what we call that the bucu. So this is what we call the vertex. This is what we call that the vertex. So what is the formula of vertex? Vertex, just put down that HK. H ordinate and K ordinate X and Y lah. Okay, so settle. Let's move on to another part. Where is this what we call that the symmetry axis? Cut off the graph into equivalence. Where is symmetry axis is parallel to the, what do you think? To the x-axis, okay? This is parallel to the x-axis. So the focus must be, okay, refer to the up, down, open, right, left. So this is open to the right. So open to the right, so this is the position of the focus. If open to the left, okay, open to the left, so this is the position of the focus. So we put down that is equals to F. Okay, so what is the coordinate of the focus? Tengok, P sebelah siapa? P sebelah X. X sebelah siapa? X sebelah H. So we have the H plus P and K asing sebelah. So comma by K. It's very simple. Okay, and let's go. Let's move on to another case for a directrix. Directrix. Garisan. There must be the opposite than x-axis. That means a parallel of the y-axis. So this, if the distance equals to P, what is a positive? Kalau sebelah kanan positive. Okay. Kalau sebelah kiri left. So the value of P is a negative. Okay, how we do this? Okay, for the directrix, opposite from the green color point focus, so there must be a distance of the P must be here. So this is the directrix. So distance of the P that, so this is the distance of the P here. Alright, so let's go. How we do this? Tengok pada P. P sebelah siapa? P sebelah X. So X lah, directrix is the X garisan is equals to, if previously focus H plus by P, so directrix must be H minus to the P. Okay, kalau P positif, H minus positive P. If P negative, H minus negative P. Then siap. Okay, alright, let's go. To be clear, let's move on to 4.3 Parabolas tutorial number 21. Okay, before we answer this question, I would like to recap the previous knowledge. Where is for the parabola, we have concave up, we have concave down, with the formula is x minus h square equals 4p y minus k. Next, we have open to the right or open to the left, and the formula is y minus k square equals 4p. Next is x minus h. Alright, let's move on to the question number 21a. What we have here? Horizontal symmetry axis. Okay, this is a symmetry axis for up. For down, this is a symmetry axis. For open to the right, so this is our symmetry axis. And for open to the left, this is a symmetry axis. Okay, what we want here? Horizontal symmetry axis. Divide or cuts the graph into two equivalents. Okay, there must be melintang. Okay, this is a menegak. This is a vertically. Okay, and this is a horizontally. All right, so this is a suit to the question. Okay, so we have that this horizontally, so that means we have to reject this formula. Okay, next is they said that there must be a positive truth to this. What is 1, 1 and 1, negative 3 and negative 2, 0. Well, the keyword is a positive truth. That means these 3 points must be located on the parabola. So all these 3 coordinates is actually 3x and 3y's. Okay, so how we do this? At the point of 1, 1, so you substitute the equation y and x replace to this number. So you have 1 minus k squared equals 4p. Next is 1 minus h. So you have first equation. Okay. At the point of 1, negative 3. So replace so the x and y here. So you have negative 3 minus k squared equals 4p. And x is 1 minus to the h. And this is a second equation. And the last point is located on the negative 2, 0. Okay, so replace the y 0. So you have 0 minus k squared equals 4p and negative 2 minus h. I think the third one can be simplified, right? Negative k squared, so k squared equals to 4p times negative 2 minus h. So this becoming the third equation. Alright, so we have to solve these 3 equations. That's why you have been given that the parameter k, p, and h. So let's solve, okay, let's solve these the 3 parameters. That's why they give us the 3 equations. Okay, how to solve these equations? So we look it at the same parts. Okay, same part is a first and second equation, alright? So let's have the first minus second. This is okay. So first minus second, so we have 1 minus k squared. Need to minus to the left side, negative 3 minus by k squared equals to, okay, both right hand side same, so minus minus same, so this becomes 0. Then we have 1 minus k squared equals to negative 3 minus k squared. Alright, so we have 1 minus 2k plus k squared equals 9 and plus 6k and plus k squared. Okay, let's go. So how we do this? Then we can settle the k square, right? K square can be cancelled up. So 6 plus by 2k, so we have 8k. 1 minus 9 is negative 8. Wow, k equals negative 1. Alright, now we have the k equals to negative 1. Let's substitute into the first, second, and the third equation. Alright, let's go. So let's substitute into first. Okay, then first is what we have here. 1 minus negative 1, so this equals to 2. 2 power 2 is equal to 4, equals to 4p, 1 minus h. So this is from the first equation. Now it will become to the fourth equation. And let's substitute. I think it's better to have 3, okay? So we have that k squared. K squared is negative 1 power 2, so this negative 1 power 2 is equal to 1. Equals to, next is what you have here, this equal to 4p and times negative 2 minus h. So from here you will get the fifth equation. Alright, let's settle down this first and fifth equation, okay? I think that let's have the division. Divide. So let's go. So what we have here, let's have 4 divide 5. So let's go, 4 divide 5. 4 divide 1 equals to 4p. 1 minus h divide 4p. Negative 2 minus h divide. So 4 divide 1 equals to, okay, equals to 4. Equals 4p divided by 4p is a cancel. So you have 1 minus h divide negative 2 minus h. So from here you can manipulate that way. It's 4 times negative 2 minus h equals 1 minus h, alright? 4 times 2 equals negative 8 minus by 4h equals to 1 minus h. So negative 4h and plus, okay, 4h plus minus 1h. So this equals to 3h. Negative 8 minus 1 is negative 9. Let's go. Next is we have that the h equals negative 3. Yes. H got it, K got it, Okay, let's find out the P. Okay, so I think that let's substitute it into first. No, let's substitute into, yes, first can, third can. Okay, yes, let's substitute into. I substitute into 4. Okay, so let's sub into 4. Substitute into fourth equation. So 4 equals to 4, and the P is don't know, and 1 minus, and H is negative 3. Alright, so we have that 4 divided by 4 is 1 equals to P times. So 1 negative negative, so this equals to positive 4. Then for P equals to 1, therefore P equals to 1 over 4. Okay, everybody, you have the K value, you have H value, you have the P value. Let's substitute into the equation. Alright, therefore, what is y minus k? So k is negative 1 square equals 4, and times to the p is positive 1 over 4. Okay, next is times to the x minus h, so minus negative 3. Then we have y plus 1 square equals 4 times 1 over 4 is equals to 1. Then we have x plus 3. Done. So this is the equation for 21A. Okay, number 21B, vertex is 3, negative 4. Okay, what is a vertex? Vertex must be the bucu. Okay, so this is a vertex, this is a vertex, this is a vertex, and this is a vertex. So as we mentioned before, the vertex equals HK. And vertex given, so we have that 3, negative 4. Therefore, H equals 3 and K equals negative 4. Okay, let's use another color. So what we have here, and parabola axis parallel to the x-axis. Parabola axis parallel to the axis. What is the axis parallel? So this is alright. So this is the axis parallel. So parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis. This is a parallel to the y. Then this is the parallel to the x. So we have to use this formula. Okay. Parallel to the y-axis. Okay, next information. So this is passing through to negative 5. So we have to use this box color formula, and the word is a positive true, so you have that at the point of 2, negative 5. So let's substitute the formula. So what we have here, this equals to negative 5 minus k, so minus 4, and square equals 4p, and x is equal to 2 minus h is equal to 3. So what we have here, negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Square equals to 4p, and this equals to negative 1, so 1 equals to negative 4p. Wow, this question is asked us actually to find out the p, so p equals to negative 1 over 4. Okay, let's go. How to do this? Alright, so how to do this? You have the h, you have the k, you have the p. Let's sub back all these things to the formula. Therefore, what is y minus k is negative 4, then square equals 4, and p is negative 1 over 4, and times to the x minus 2h is equals to 3. Okay, let's simplify this, and finally you have that this y plus 4 and square equals negative x minus 3. Done. Okay, let's move on to the last question. I think this can be the last question. Okay, so what we have here, the vertex is 3, negative 1. So as we know that this is must be the bucu, this must be the bucu, this must be the bucu, this must be the bucu. Okay, so the vertex, as we know for the parabola, is HK. So HK now equals to 3, negative 1. So from here, we have h equals 3 and k equals negative 1. Okay, settle. Alright, I use the pink color. The focus is 3, negative 5, 4. Oops, how we do this? 3, negative 5, 4. This is negative 1, this is negative 3. Okay, this is negative 5 over 4 is equal to negative 1.104, so 25. Okay, how we do this? Okay, the focus, as I have been mentioned, if concave up, the focus is up. If concave down, the focus is down. If the if the focus the graph is open to the right, so the focus at the right. If the open to the left, so the focus at the left. So now you have to generate from this green color and red color information. So we have to combine these two, will give us the correct answer. So by referring to, can you see now you have the green and the red color? So from here, I'm confident that you can see clearly this is the 3 and this is the 3 values. Can you see that? The value of 3 are same. Okay, first vertex for the x ordinate are same. So x ordinate same. But the y ordinate difference. One is negative 1, another one is negative 1.25. So y are difference. Okay, they are different. So what do you think? Is it first formula or the second formula? Who change? Y change, right? Y difference, right? So there must be adjustment into the y ordinate. So P belongs to y. P belongs to y. So we have to use this formula. So we have to cancel this formula. Because this the P belongs to y. Y belongs to k. Can you see? Alright, so how we do this? Okay, so the focus, the formula of the focus, okay, is a P referred to the K. So we have that H must be same. So the formula is K must be plus to the P. Where is this is equal to now? Okay, the result is 3 negative 5 over 4. Okay, let's go. How you do this? So we can say that K plus P equals negative 5 over 4. But K equals to negative 1. Okay, let's stop here. Negative 1 plus P equals negative 5 over 4. Therefore, P equals to negative 5 over 4 and plus 1. Okay, let's plus this. So P equals to negative 5 minus plus 4, so is equals to 1, negative 1 over 4. Can you see? You have H, you have K. Next is you have P. Okay, everybody, let's substitute to the box equation. So we have that x minus 3 square equals 4 times negative 1 over 4. Y minus negative 1. Therefore, x minus 3 square equals negative 1, y plus 1. Ta-da! Done!